A peaceful evening falls upon Uskar, the stalwart city of the south. The southwest wind blows gently, bringing with it the tidings of spring. A sharp nose could detect the sweet scent of rain floating on the balmy breeze, a hint of lusty thunderstorms feeding the source of the great river beyond the southern border of the desert, falling heavy on thick black forests and haughty mountains scarcely known to the Aserai. The local farmers, tired from heavy toil readying their fields for the coming floods of rich, silty water, raise their cups high in the city's taverns and drink to the fruits of their labor. Their clamoring voices fill the city with sound and vigor that reaches even the battlements of the Lord's Keep. Partia and Arwa, Sultan and Sultana of Ashkhas, stroll together along the walls, enjoying the momentary solace from war and statecraft. The bright face of the moon and its reflection on the river bathes the whole landscape in a mystical glow, and for a moment, the two feel the burden of their crowns fade. Arwa takes a deep breath of the fresh air, smiling with a simple pleasure, and remarks, "How far has this wind come, I wonder? From the far Orient, maybe even beyond? I wonder if it takes notice of the things it sees, what stories it could tell of its travels. Or maybe it is content to simply be the wind and troubles itself not with the comings and goings of mortal creatures." "I dare say, my dearest one, if the wind could sit and chat for a while, we'd have quite a tale to tell it ourselves," Artia replied. "Haven't we been much like the wind these past years, rushing hither and thither, in all directions, from corner to corner, across this madding continent?" He leans against the battlement and listens to the din of happy people in the streets below. In his heart, he feels the pangs of war and death, and yet, even in these desperate days, it seems that the joy remains. How glad a thing, he thinks, to hold a merry moment in your hand, even if only briefly. "Ah, what an adventure we've had, my darling, but only that we'd had more moments like these." "Fret not, my husband," Arwa said soothingly. "We are close to achieving what we've dreamed of for so long, I'm sure of it. I doubt the adventure will end there, but we shall have our well-deserved rest." He looks up thoughtfully at the moon, waxed full in the cloudless sky. "See, night is the first full moon of spring, the egg moon, for it precedes the rebirth of the world after winter. Nigh is the time when these lands shall be renewed, and peace shall be the flower of that sacred spring, when all Aserai people will once more be one." Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome you back to another chapter of the adventures of Partia al-Eat in Bannerlord. The turn of the century has come, a new spring, and with it, new life, joy, and merriment. As Partia al-Eat looks around the city of Uskar, he sees that the people deep in the heartlands of the Ashkasi territories feel a sense of happiness, safety, perhaps even peace. But alas, Partia himself must ride to a land where there is none to be found. Once more to war against brother and sister. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bannerlord. Briefly, at the end of the previous chapter, we spoke of a potential peace with the Aserai in the hopes of finally, once more, reaching some of their lords and convincing them to join us. But, as is always the case, the council arose with, well, wise counsel. Many of you pointed out that should we in fact seek peace with the Aserai, it is extremely likely, if not certain, that our friends here, the mercenaries, will leave us. Not only that, but since their leader has died, it will be impossible for them to join us once again. As it stands now, there are 3 members of this mercenary band, and they are all still serving under us. That is a fair bit of numerical strength that we would be more or less abandoning should we push for peace with the Aserai. And truly, I thought we could finally have that peace, but again, a little bit of a course correction, I suppose that would have been a great folly. And so the war goes on, but rather than the last couple sessions of warring where it was, wouldn't call it a stalemate, but we were being steady with our territorial gains and ensuring that we were focusing on conversing with lords first, I think we're going to try and find a nicer middle ground here, where we will make some advancements towards Hubyar and perhaps some of these smaller castles in Aserai territory, while sort of as a parallel objective looking for these nobles, rather than letting them distract us as we chase them from place to place. Now, with that said, perhaps rather than rushing to the front immediately, I should consider the garrisons that we've left behind in some of our cities. Again, we touched on this last session, and I've been putting it aside for a very long time because I've known this has been a quote-unquote problem for a long time, but at the same time, I haven't wanted to necessarily tackle it and interrupt everything else that's going on at the same time, but maybe, soon it'll start catching up to us. But you can see how expensive these garrisons are, and a lot of these garrisons are no longer, really, they no longer have to be that expensive. I say that, but now that I look at the map and I look at the garrison costs, I wonder how true that really is. Consider Ortizia. Well, Ortizia doesn't belong to us. Consider Sargot, for example. A pretty expensive garrison there, but it is at the forefront should war break out with the Western Empire, with Britannia, and even Valandia, though Sargot requires that protection. Charas is relatively safe. It is nestled, against the coast over here, beyond the mountains south of Sargot. So we could redistribute some of that garrison, because that's very expensive, of course. Galend, meanwhile, does it really require that much of a defense? I mean, it would be in the forefront in a war against the Valandians should one kick off. That's just it. I was so sure coming in today that I'd be like, okay, let's bring an end to some of these overly massive garrisons. But when war inevitably breaks out, we'll need those garrisons. And plus, it'll drag us in a different direction entirely. I say, fair enough. I say we'll allow for this deficit to go on for a little bit longer. Again, with loot and with smithing, we're able to more than beat the deficit, right? As you can see with our numbers going up over these last couple of chapters. So we'll leave that be as is. We'll definitely look to sending Anjikin out once more. She did escape from captivity, but the question is, where has she ended up? And can we send her back out sooner rather than later? Like Heron, are you serious? Okay, fair enough. I can make her the governor of Berahal Castle. We can head back up over here. Pull her into our party, level her up, send her back out in a caravan, again, counteract some of the deficit over here, make our way over to Hubya, Razi, and all that, try and make some gains one way or another. Once this is all done, I think we'll take care of all the garrison management, shifting things around, and sorting all that out. Because I feel like, again, I know I'm flip-flopping a little bit, and I apologize for that, but I like conversing through my thinking so that when you're watching, you know why I've made certain decisions, rather than thinking, Artia, what are you doing, right? So yes, we'll stick to the original-ish plan. Let's go ahead and leave Uskar, though. I believe we're too tired to do any smithing. I believe everybody is too tired right now to do any smithing. We could... Oh, actually, Alia is able to smith. Ooh, okay, excellent. Now, he's not going to be any good at it, obviously. Sorry for that edit there. Horrendous construction sounds I wanted to save you from. As I was saying, so Alia isn't going to be any good at smithing, but it's an opportunity to train her and maybe get her some more skill points and things like that. And it's a potential bonding experience between her and Partia, and of course under the tutelage of Leotold the Smith, right? Like it'll be kind of like all of us together and just catching up on life and she seeing how well Alia can smith one of the merchant's blades. Which, yes, is plural with an S at the end. Thank you. I'd forgotten that when I was previously making them. I wish there was a way to, like, save templates, unless I'm missing something. Two-handed sword. That's the thing I always forget, is to change to two-handed sword. Like, I always, like... That's the one that always slips my mind, because it's such a small little thing up over there. And I don't constantly smith, or I haven't been constantly smithing, so I often miss that. There we go. I think that's everything. Oh, let's go ahead and make this even larger too. Alright, good stuff. And of course this is Alia's work over here. Let's see how it ends up, right? Let's see how it ends up. Arguably it's a... Oh, we actually can't do this. We don't have enough fine steel. Alright, fair enough. Let's go ahead and make some javelins then. I might be able to smelt something with fine steel. But, I think it'll probably be too much effort to go seeking it out right now, and I wouldn't want to, now that I think about it, and I think about the scarcity, I wouldn't want to waste that on poor smithing, right? Let's go ahead and forge a javelin instead. Where are we? Javelin, there we go. I've been told that the damage amount is what has the biggest impact on value. So it does look like this weighted pike head, my apologies, does the most in terms of damage, and a longer shaft helps do more damage as well. Yes, go ahead, make the jokes in the comments if you want. And let's go ahead and, yeah, okay, we're good here. Sure, well, let's see what Alia can do here. Forge one of these. Thought I saw damage in the 90s or sworn. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, interesting. Now the weight, weapon reach, missile pierce damage is there. Okay, interesting. So the tree branch, what, really? Causes more damage? I mean, I guess, imagine having that shoved in your body. I'm having a hard time buying it, but let's, this is hilarious looking. Let's try it. Question mark. I hope I haven't misunderstood the comments. So this is the Merchant's Bane. Done. Alia gained a level. Excellent. 35 skill points in smithing. Like, boom. There it is, right? Another one. Good stuff. Gain anything from that? Gained a level. Lots of parts unlocked as well. Forge another one. Should be, I mean, we'll see how much they sell for, but she's gaining levels, which is really... Honestly, I'm very pleased to just see that even happening, considering our, you know, again, bugged situation. But let's go ahead and see how much those are worth, if anything. And I'll level her up maybe when we get back to Bannerlord Castle. And again, just to make sure we remember to do that. Fief's Bannerlord Castle. Go ahead and assign Anjikin the Swift. Go for it. Go ahead and give her assignment, right? But yes, let's take a look really quickly while we're at Uskar even, and I think they'll have some money. Oh no, right, we've already drained them. Let's take a look at the... You know, that's not bad. Considering she's never smithed before, that's really not bad. Holy crap, that's really good. What? 43... Whoa! Oh, right, because we found out... We did the higher damage weapon, of course. Yikes, you know what? That's... I'm perfectly happy with that. Perfectly happy with that. Just gotta find places to sell them now. Done over here? I believe so. Honestly, we could wait here for some time and go up to Bannerlord Castle, do what we need to do up there, then go to Sanala. We could smith at Sanala too, all the same. There's no reason to have to wait over here. Yeah, you know what? Let's go to Bannerlord Castle first. That way, Anjikin can be trading while we wait up at Sanala. I think that makes a lot more sense. So let's go ahead and leave. After we check the Tavern District, and we're good. Let's leave. And let's make our way over. Right, I think that's the way to go. Let's go to Wadar first over here. And again, our mercenaries will be going out and around and fighting and doing all that good stuff and making their money and staying with us. Again, and I'm glad it was pointed out in the comments, because it was one of those things that I just been like, it'll be fine. If they leave us now because Alec is dead, we're not going to be able to get them to join us again. And that will really suck. Anjikin the Swift, come to my party. Let's go ahead and take a look at our characters really quickly. So Anjikin, you're the easy decisions to make. 3 focus points over here, folks. 3 focus points, really. We should have done this sooner. And she has some skill ups over here as well in trade, which really could make us a fair bit of money. I could up her tactics as well, honestly. It's probably not a bad idea. That way she can survive when a fight kicks off more often than not. So what I'm thinking is, we have a whole attribute point as well. Jeez. Lots to think about with you. Lots to think about with you. Upping her intelligence might not be a terrible idea, because it increases her medicine so she can keep her caravan alive for longer if people take injuries. And stewardship, again, eventually, if she ends up joining as a commander, she's in a decent spot as far as stewardship is concerned. Trade. Okay, let's see. If I go ahead and put 2 points into trade, 1 point into tactics, and then 1 into the attribute point into intelligence, I feel like there is something to be said about that. Let's hold on a second. Did I not see 1? Oh, weird. That's unfortunate. So it only unlocks what? Well, it improves the learning rate. It unlocks caravan return goal when, well, that's clan leader. And this is also clan leader. So that doesn't really make that much of a difference. Okay, that changes things a little bit. Definitely want to give her skills first, though. her perks, rather. Toll gates, that's if you're a governor. That's also if you're a governor. Clan leader, governor. Okay, so this is all useless. This is all useless. Let's go with toll gates. I feel like that's more fitting. Every caravan entering your town generates 25 gold income. Not that you'll ever take advantage of that. Artisan community versus great investor. I'm going to go ahead and say great investor. Every profitable caravan you own gives you 1 renown per day. It's more fitting as to what she's been up to, so I'm trying to spec her according to how she's been behaving. Villager connections, your workshop production increased by 25%, or increased tariff income by 10%. Sure, let's go with that. Content trades or content trades? Either way, we'll go with that. Unfortunately, all that was useless. And this is also useless, and I assume this is all also useless. Yeah, it's all useless until up here, where she can trade settlements and stuff, which is, you know. You can't see me, but I'm shrugging right now. Well built improves hit points. Morning exercise improves movement speed. Let's go with morning exercise. And over here, fury, while on foot your weapon handling is increased, or form-fitting armor, decrease your armor weight by 30%. I'm going to go ahead and say fury, maybe. From having recently been taken prisoner and all that, right? Bow, meanwhile, has leveled up a fair bit as well. We can go ahead and say increase headshot damage bonus or reduce accuracy penalty. Let's go with that. Bow control. I feel like, how often do characters go for headshots? I don't know. Bodkin to ignore enemy armor, or ranger swiftness to decrease reload movement penalty. Yeah, sounds good. Rapid fire, increase bow reload speed, or quick adjustments, decrease bow accuracy loss due to rotating. I'm going to say rapid fire. Seems like it'll help more. Merry Men increases the party size by 5, and +1 to governed settlement militia gain per day. Mounted archery reduces the accuracy penalty while mounted. Ooh, interesting. You know what? If I'm going to spec her to eventually be a leader, and I don't know, it's so tough because her trade is so good. But if eventually we don't need to rely on caravans, she would make a very formidable leader of soldiers. I'm going to go ahead and say Merry Men. Increase your party size by 5. It's not going to help us at present, but in the long run, it might if we, if she gets to there. Eesh. Trainer. Every day the party member with lowest bow skill gains experience in bow. Ah, that's interesting. Or increase your damage with bows by 8%. We're going to go with strong bows here. So that's that taken care of. Her focus points. Now, spending them all on trade seems useless. Like, it increases her learning rate, but to what end? Well, to be fair, the higher this number is, the more money they'll make off of trade. So, okay, fair enough. You know what? Maybe it is worth it, and I was being a little narrow-minded earlier in terms of the scope of the impact. So, fair enough. Let's go ahead and do that. 2 over here. 1 to tactics again, so we'll do a lot better when it comes to staying alive. And eventually, yeah, man, I think upping intelligence makes most sense. I mean, if we up her social skills, it'll help a little bit. If we up, I mean, gee, her having better medicine, I feel like we're going to do intelligence. I don't know. Maybe I'm making a horrible mistake, but that's how we learn, right? Let's go for it. I think that's worth it. I think that's worth it. Honestly, I didn't, a surprise little dark horse over here with that stewardship that I realized just a couple sessions ago. Yeah, okay, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with that. Let's go ahead and say done, so it saves that. So if I have any regrets with anybody else, I don't have to redo all of her stuff as well. Alia, you've leveled up 2. Wow, look at that, 5 focus points. Okay, great. Good stuff with smithing. Efficient charcoal maker for you over there. And again, what do we want to do with her? What do we want to do with her? If I spend focus points here, honestly, it feels wasted. It really does feel wasted. Let's go with... Have I really only spent them on bow? I guess. Bow and riding would make sense. I thought I said... Oh, right, because I reset. See, I'm glad I accepted Anjikin's stuff first. So let's go ahead and do riding. She's going to be a horse archer. It's good to have both of these. Both of these. And perhaps even scouting. Yes. Bow, riding, scouting. That'll help us like move around faster. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. All right, go ahead and add to bow, add to riding, and add to scouting. Maybe a couple lessons learned from, you know, our horse lord friends and whatnot. And then we've of course got our attribute point over here as well. Oh, where do we spend that? Where do we spend that? Maybe for cunning. Will help her tactics and roguery as well. It always gets so tough to make these kinds of decisions. It always gets so tough. We go with endurance as well. Helps with riding and with smithing, which she's already kind of like picking up on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say cunning. Let's go with cunning for now, because then we can get to this faster, which is pretty useful to have. All right, we're done with your leveling up. Yep, excellent. We then have ourselves, of course. Always the toughest one. Ultimately, to every 5 skill increase after 250 gives you +1 party capacity. Nice. No reason not to get that. Stewardship. I still haven't tested this. I always forget. Always forget. What do I want to spend that focus point on, though? Higher tactics. Trade is already maxed out in terms of focus points. Could improve my engineering, you know, all things considered. We don't need to improve our riding anymore. Could improve our two-handed skill. You know, I think that would be reflective of what we've been up to. Increasing this would reflect the use of the Executioner's Axe. Though the polearm also calls to me, of course. We've been using that a fair bit, too. Let's go ahead and improve our two-handed. Go for it. Yeah, sure. That feels okay to me. Oof. Can't wait to see all the comments. Done here. Cool. Too late now. Alright, so Anjikin, we need to get you to a city. It'll be Sanala, rather, where we'll send you out from. So that's all good. We can take a look at leaving maybe some of our prisoners or something behind if we really need to. They are slowing us down a fair bit, and I'm sure we don't need all of them. Manage the prisoners real quick. Who among you are the most useless? No one really. See, that's the thing. I've seen a couple of comments about, like, I walk around with too many prisoners. Reality is, in my opinion at least, the prisoners we have aren't just, like, low-tier garbage prisoners. I mean, they have been from time to time, and I've tried to stay on top of that. But, you know, decent-ranking troops, they provide us with reinforcements in the middle of a campaign, right? Which is why I kind of hold on to them. And then... Oh, no, Attis. No. This is not good. That's not good. Okay, we'll see. There, Hawa, I saw. But yeah, so that's why I'm okay with the prisoner count, I suppose. Being kind of high, and I'll let them go free in a case where we're chasing someone and we were just that, you know, like 0.05 away from being able to catch them. Now that we're over here, now that we're over here is what I meant to say. Let's go ahead and sell all of our cow, sheep, and hog. That should help our herd by a little bit. Let's see, actually. We started at what? We started at negative 0.04. So this will help a little bit. And what's happening is our horses and mules and stuff are so numerous. We could start selling some of them, which is also, you know, pretty symbolic. Pretty symbolic, I would say. Negative 0.02. Still negative 0.02. Negative 0.01. Still negative 0.01. I don't know about selling all of them. Also, I don't know about selling all of them and then not making any money off them either. That's just foolish on all fronts. That's just foolish on all fronts. Fine, let's leave it be for now. It's a marginal gain, which really I don't think makes all that much of a difference. But again, just kind of exploring some of the things I'm thinking about. Sorry, I want to see no war horses. What about troops? A couple low tiers. We are over our limit, actually. How do we suddenly end up over our limit? Sorry, if I check clan... I am the quartermaster. And Alia is the scout, just as a reminder. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, you know what? Right, it's because I have... Anjikin with me, that's why. Because obviously she counts. Okay, fair enough. Is there a soldier we can... maybe leave behind at Barahal Castle? I worry that we're about to hit the tick. Alright, someone has to go. Our lowest tier recruit or looter or something. I don't know about letting a looter go free. Ooh, actually, leveled up. No more looters in our band. Set a watchman free. Sure. We don't need to drag them around with us everywhere. And he's basically, you know, in a safe area over here at Bannerlord. Let's go on. Attis is improving. Where are you? Dare Hawa. Dorian is improving as well. I feel so much more attached to the characters, given the recent sort of events. I guess Attis must be okay. Dare Hawa, where are you? All the way over here. Yeah, I was like, I recognize the name, but it was from a couple sessions ago, not so recently. There he is. Oh dear. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out on it. But at the same time, go to Sanala. Or Hamoshawat first, I suppose. If they can buy or sell us anything worthwhile. Oh yeah, Attis is fine. Excellent. Northern Empire has declared war on Ishkas. Now, are they... I forget. It really does. It really is unfortunate to have to do this again. But no. Ah, man. It's just mechanics butting heads with roleplay. That's the limit of, again, video games and role-playing in video games sometimes. In my, again, opinion, obviously. Like, it's not terrible money. But again, if we lose that entire, you know, set of soldiers, that's a problem. We'll never get them back. The number of mercenaries who are available for hire is very quickly dwindling as well. Now, the Northern Empire has declared war on us, but see, this is what I mean as well. It's like roleplay butting heads with mechanics. It's just like, I would like to just end this, but despite our superior strength, we'd have to pay them a hefty tribute. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense, but as a result, we're not going to push for peace. We're not going to pay that tribute. They're probably not going to do anything. I hope not, at least. Ooh, Aserai youth over here. That's fine. We'll go over our limit a little bit, and we'll leave behind another watchman or something. Might even make it to Sanala and buff its garrison a bit. Products is what I wanted to look at. They have some money. 37 days of food is not a lot. We'll pick some up from Sanala. Don't want Hamoshawat to starve over here. Okay, up to Sanala we go. Again, we can sell stuff here. We can rest here. We can forge here as well. A lot more money to be made. But first, the keep. Donate troops to the garrison. Go ahead and just drop off these militia archers, militia spearmen, and these watchmen, as well as these militia veteran spearmen. I don't need these lowest tier troops, you know, being dragged around and giving me a false sense of confidence in our numbers as well is the other aspect, right? Okay, done. 21 more soldiers dropped off over here. Again, it's not under my direct care, but it is under my indirect care still. And you, Eutropius. Eutropius. Who are you, and are you of any value? You're not. You're, in fact, so completely useless you don't even show up in the name list over here, so that's wonderful. No reason to speak to him. We're in the middle of a war and all that. But yes, okay, so we dropped soldiers off. Nothing of value to recruit over here. Take a look at trade real quick. I could also look at the tavern district. So, they have a fair bit of money. I say we start by selling them all of our cows. Well, okay, let's do this. Cows, sheep, hog, right? Get rid of all that. Jewelry as well. Apparently there's money to be made here, so why not? And hides, how many of these can we sell while still being profitable? If I can slowly creep up my trade skill, I really need to keep on top of that as well. We've got some Aserai horses here and some steppe war horses as well. Excellent. That'll give them some more money to, in turn, give me. And we can also sell them some of our mules, right? We were negative 0.05. Sell them a bunch of our mules. This will also force me to stay on top of my loot carrying a lot more as well. And like I said earlier, kind of symbolic to sell all of our mules. We're not selling all of our sumpter horses still, but yeah, there's something to it. It's a marginal increase, but it is an increase nonetheless. And let's go ahead and sell our, Rowan weapons. Yeah, you can afford one of these. We can also sell you what? We can sell you these. We can sell you more actually. I mistakenly got rid of my thob, so that hurts. It was bound to happen at one point. We held on to it for a surprisingly long time. What else? What else could I sell you? 4,000, eh? Could sell them a lot of this, like... This is also garbage that we're just carrying around. These harnesses. Really don't need this many harnesses. Can you imagine being the guy that, like, offloads Partia's caravans from time to time? Just, like, opens the, like, the cartons and whatnot, just opens the wagon backs and is just like, what is this guy doing? Yeah, that's a fair bit of money made. Done here. Done here. Good stuff. We've been made a little bit faster as well. But I did also want to actually, buy some food. I did want to buy some food. They have a fair bit. 55 days worth. Again, it's all about being able to go on prolonged campaigns. Let's go ahead and pick up some beer as well, of course. Technically, we're making that money. 59 days worth of food. Could have slaughtered all those animals instead as well. Also an option. Pick up some olives. They'll help with our stewardship as well, right? Pick up some fish. Yeah, done here. A little bit of money spent, not the end of the world. And I do say we should check the tavern. No need to pick up those watchmen, even to drop off as garrison, because the garrison here is all right. That's a pretty strong garrison, actually. So let's go ahead and wait here for some time. Do a little bit of smithing. And then we can... Oh, okay. I was like, why are we stuck here? Do a little bit of smithing, and then we can head on over to Kasira and Iyakus to sell some, while also then reaching the front to do our, well, work on the front, obviously. A day's rest at Sanala. Some, you know, vague feeling of peace. And of course, I naturally had to forget to send Anjikin off until I saw Attis. But we're doing it now. We're doing it now. Wasted about a half day's worth of potential gains from trade. But she deserves her rest as well, right? She deserves her rest as well. Who can we speak to? Who can we speak to here? We've got a minter over here. He'll be able to set us up with a caravan. She survived for a very long time before the caravan was ultimately destroyed, so it's not the end of the world, you know? I don't think I know you. Peace to you. Yeah, my name is Partia. I'm aware you're a merchant here. It is good to meet. I wish to form a caravan in this town. And is there a way to form a caravan that includes better troops? Good stuff. I will pay for it. And Anjikin the Swift will take charge. Excellent. Good stuff, good stuff. So again, with her current setup, you should be able to improve her trade and again reduce the penalty here, therefore making more money. And at the same time, if she gets caught out, she will hopefully improve her tactics, which will eventually maybe potentially make her a pretty good commander on the battlefield. The regular battlefield, not the battlefields of trade. And I believe that's all we need to do over here. Cool. Let's continue waiting unless we are fully... Oh, yeah, looks like we're good. Okay, wonderful. Glad I checked. So, let's get to work over here. Fine steel. Fine steel. I do wish this was more, I can look for F for fine steel, which doesn't actually give us fine steel. Wonderful. That's always helpful. You give us fine steel. Okay, so let's go ahead and smelt you with... Ooh. Ali has been learning a lot through smithing, so I kind of want to leave her stamina for that. Valkyria? Sure. Valkyria, let's go ahead and smelt one of these. Is there anything else? Fine pike? Nope. There was also Thamaskine, I believe, is a keyword I should look out for, right? Is this not by... Oh, right. I keep forgetting it doesn't... I don't think it stays organized. Going in the wrong direction here. These are ours. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Bolg, we can go ahead and smelt you. For one more. Fine steel, where are you? Don't think we have any more options here for fine steel. 2 executioner's axes, certainly unneeded. Let's smelt one. Imperial lance over here. Valkyria gaining some skill points as well, so that's good. Again, says fine steel, not really fine steel. Batha, nope. Nothing over here. nothing. I got nothing. Again, says fine steel, not really fine steel. Don't want to get rid of my Havilandian heavy lance, obviously, not even by mistake. Okay, I don't think we have anything else. Yeah, I don't think we have anything else. Okay, fair enough. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Because then we can get to forging. Let's start with, sure, Alcuria. Let's go with you. Javelins first. This. Large. Make you large. This. Make you large. 104 damage. God. We're good over here. Alcuria. Forge away? Yes. We have plenty of resources. You know what? She's actually, I think, better off refining some charcoal. We'll save her for that potentially. So let's start with Fridina here, or even Alia. Start with you. Go ahead and forge our first with the many merchants' banes that we're gonna have out of here. Done. Gained a level. Excellent. Another one. Excellent. Another one. More excellence. Another level gained. Excellent. I love it. Just beautiful to see. That's Alia. Siga, let's get you doing the same. Oh, this should be bigger. I don't think it actually makes a difference, though. Good. Forge away, Siga. Good stuff, good stuff. Keep at it. Keep at it. That's all for her. Good stuff. Still a lot of charcoal left, actually. Fridina, you're up next. Because again, the only merchant's blades will be done by our actual smith over here. Makes most sense to me. Nothing new unlocked here. Okay, fair enough. Forge away. Fridina's work. Wow. 27 skill points in smithing. Ridiculous. Another one. Should have been doing this a lot more. Good stuff. Just a matter of finding where to sell it now. Leotold, Alcuria, and myself. Okay, Alcuria, I think you're probably good to go ahead and forge some of these. Nah, we'll leave you until last. I will go ahead and forge one of these. Maybe even two of them. Still improving my skills over here. Now, Leotold. I have to switch over to... First of all, I want to check the two-handed axe. Can we make... yes. Here we go, here we go. Still don't have a good quality handle. Once we get a good handle, I'll feel a lot better about naming something after Valdem, you know? He always had a handle on things. Definitely would want to go with this. If we can even unlock this, the heavy Bardiche head, I'd be very happy. See the swing cut damage it does. I mean, granted, actually, the large northern broadhead. Well, it's a northern broadhead. I do like that. I do like that. But I would like a better handle for sure. Oh, that's beautiful. I would like a better handle. All right. Back to our two-handed swords. And again, just as a reminder, folks, the pieces that are unlocked are randomized. It's not like you smelt an axe and you get axe pieces or anything like that. It is purely randomized. In fact, you might have seen while we were making javelins, we got an axe piece. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good, and this is good. Are these all good? Are you good? No, you're not. Got better ones unlocked. Better ones, arguably. Kind of like this, actually. That fits the bill a bit better, I think. Good stuff, good stuff. The merchant's blades are upgrading. Cool. And again, it's like a series of blades, right? Let's start with Leotold. We were only going to be able to make one of them, unfortunately. Hopefully he does a good job of it. Don't cack it up, buddy. Two-handed sword, yep. Just wanted to make sure. This is the merchant's blades. Oh, not his best work. Not his best work, but it was also, I think, more complicated than is usual. So that's fair. That's fair. And let's go ahead and back to the javelins. So easy to pick out the parts for the javelin as well. Such fewer parts. Up you, up this as well. Good stuff. Wonderful. Leotold, start with you. Javelin, right? Yeah. Good stuff. Again, it's just going to be a matter of finding where to sell these. We unlocked a new axe handle, but unfortunately Leotold is now tired. Not gonna be able to take advantage of that. We don't have all the required materials. Oh, we're out of iron. Wild. Okay. Didn't think that would happen anytime soon, but here we are. Smelt away. Iron. Iron is which one? Iron is this one. Sure. Smelt you. Go ahead and check our yields over here. We can smelt this. +2. Yeah, I'll smelt you instead. Got quite a few of these we can smelt, but of course it'll keep jumping around because why wouldn't it? I think we're too tired anyway. Yeah, we are. Well, I think that was a pretty good haul. I think that was a pretty good smithing session. If we take a look at trade, they have a fair bit of money, but not nearly enough. Not nearly enough, I imagine. Oh my lord. Oh my god. Look at that money to be made. That's absolutely ridiculous. And this is 42k. But again, they do not have the money for it. They do not have the money for it here. Get rid of some of these harnesses. There we go. Let's get rid of at least one of these here. I guess we could sell the Eastern Javelin here. Good bit of money made there. Cool. Another 5,000. Well, time to go into a battle and pick up some loot, right? Like, that's the other way to do it. Pick up some loot so we can sell it all off. Oh, some money making over here. Well, not going to give you our food that we just bought. Velvet, sure. Sell you the 1 piece of velvet. Sell you the 13 pieces of pottery. What else have we got over here? Some arrows, some barbed arrows. There we go. All of those. Throwing axes as well. Sure. I think we just sell some of the low value weapons here. That will never smelt. Right? Might have given them a little bit too much there. Iron pitchforks. A few too many iron pitchforks. There we go. Wow. Done. Done. Good stuff. Now, and finally, we can head on out to the front. But Denny is being harassed right now by Akadan. Okay. Over to Medjayat first. Really hope that caravan starts bringing in some money real fast. Real fast. Over to Medjayat. Again, maybe we can sell some stuff. Go ahead and save Medeni over here. Our arrival will be threat enough, I think. But then, yes, over to the front. We do have an army of our own active right now. Let's go. Let's do this. Help Lorik of the Lake Rats party. Yes. Get some of that sweet loot as well. Alia gained a skill point in riding and in scouting. Again, she's... because we upped those, because she's on horseback, even on the world map, she'll be gaining those skill points. These guys have also gained some skill points, again, because of their smithing. Fridna and Siga, too. Who I could give Curious Smelter, sure. Well, rather, Siga doesn't have a focus point, but Fridna does. What to give Fridna? Perhaps something to consider later? Up her polearm skill, maybe? Make her even more capable on that front. We'll see. You know, I'll think about her skills later, and Alia as well. I mean, another attribute point, another couple focus points. Go and up your riding and bow, and let's up your cunning as well, because that'll help with upping scouting. Sure. A proper outrider over here. Exciting. Let's help Lorik over here. Make sure we are properly ready for this battle. Anybody willing to join us before we dive in? Indeed. Wonderful. Beautiful. I love it. I love you. And you. Excellent. Now, yes, we're over our limit, but that's going to be temporary. Well, actually, we're not, right? I forgot I dropped off a bunch of folks as a garrison. Let's go ahead and check our inventory as well. Make sure we're properly equipped. We are indeed, and let's dive on in. Do we have to fight this? Not really. Send the troops in. Yeah, actually taking lives over here. Both of them from Lorik's party? No, one of mine. Who of mine fell? An Imperial trained infantryman. Come on, man. Probably broke formation. I don't think we have met properly, my friend. You just saved my life out there, and I still don't know your name. My name is Partia, and you serve me. Literally. Relations improved because of our early perk. Well met indeed, Partia. My name is Lorik of the Lake Rats, and I am forever in your debt. If there's ever anything I can help you with, just let me know. Yeah, there is. You're at my mercy? Yes, you're my prisoner now. Good stuff, good stuff. And a couple militia that we can drop off somewhere. These elders are not worth having. We're not really in the market for most of these guys, I would say. Sure, leave them behind. Down over there, pick up all this loot. Good stuff. And let's make our way over to... Again, I know I'm close to Medeni Castle, but... And I guess I was headed to Kasira. I could have picked up the tier 5s. Sold them off, but... It is what it is. It's like a loss of maybe like a couple hundred dinars at most. Ooh. The last of the Aserai has been taken prisoner by Tovir. Kuzid of the Aserai by Najin. Ragged. Okay, this was a big battle. This was a huge battle that we won. Fantastic, under the leadership of Aldhan, I believe. He's got that army. Yeah. I don't think they lost too much either. They were like 500 and something, and now they're down to 489. So that's quite a massive victory. Where was that victory won, though? Aldhan, where? Best way to do it is probably this. Aldhan, Asini Hubia. Ooh, okay. That's good. Being aggressive. There he is, Aldhan's army. Wonderful. I wonder if he's actually going to make a move on Hubia. That'd be exciting. That'd be the first time one of our, vassals, I suppose, has made an aggressive move like that on their own. Tavern District, some mercenary crossbows. Sure, don't mind if I do. Over to recruit troops. Soldier, no. We're actually over our limit, which is fine. Because we'll go ahead and go to the garrison here. Leave behind some of the militia and stuff that we picked up. Again, not under my direct control, but, still something we should care to protect. And it's in the front. So it needs that protection. Just 12 extra troops, not all that much, but it might make all the difference in the world, right? Over to trade. A little bit of money made over here. Oh, it's wild to look at the value of our merchant's banes over here. 38. Can you afford anything? Yeah, you can afford this one. Just short of being able to afford this. Do you have horses I could buy off of you? Yes. Aserai horse here. Okay, that's good. Glad I checked that, because now I can sell you the more expensive one here. Oh, even this one I can sell you. Wait. Wonderful. Wonderful. Anything else? Nothing else. Alright, cool. Have some of their stuff. What do we have here? 58 days of food. I think we'll be okay. Done. Nice. Very nice. Over to Esbet Nahul. Looks like it's been kind of beat up. We go down to Iyakat. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? Alkyria Willowbark died of old age. Her family and friends will remember her. Wow, I feel like literally it was just seconds ago. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling real good. Money's great. Aldhan's doing wonderfully. Everything's going fantastic. Alkyria, no. Think of how many lives she's saved. Think of how many things we've been through. I cannot believe that just happened. Wow, folks. Wow. There are no words. There are no words. 57. Alkyria was a member of the Ishkas. She died of natural causes in 1100 at the age of 57. She was reputed to be helpful. An understatement. The understatement of the century, coming in right at the turn of the century. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. From a purely pragmatic perspective as well, we have to take a look at the opportunity to hire a surgeon or something. We need someone to take care of the soldiers, but, sultans have no time to grieve, unfortunately. Sovos the surgeon, last seen at Kasira. Might not be a bad idea to make our way back. Not too far away. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was about to say, it's like, you know, this session today has been pretty good, like, made a lot of progress on a lot of things. A little stationary, maybe, but we've, you know, a lot of smithing, a lot of leveling up, all kinds of good developments, a lot of good character development. And then we got hit by some character development, didn't we? A lot of people over here. Looks like Companion Con is happening. Lovos the Surgeon. Visit the tavern. Let's speak to him. Let's speak to him. Now, we could also... Oh, he's right down over here. There's also Garathion. Garathion the Surgeon? Speak to both of them. Surgeon. Oh, they're the only two surgeons in the world. One is from the Empire, and the other is also from the Empire. Oh, this guy is generous, honest, and merciful. Okay. This guy's nothing. Maybe Garathion's the way to go. Knowing this from the stories that, you know, have been overheard in taverns and whatnot, I think I would approach Garathion first over here. I have to speak to you of a great loss. This man is tall and he's on a step. Terrifying. Partia, it's been a while, has it? I suppose we must have spoken a long time ago. What is it? Well, if we're somewhat familiar with each other. I imagine the only reason I didn't bring him in that time was because I already had Alcaria and I was, you know, attached. I can use someone like you in my company, Garothion. I will learn to say your name eventually. There are some townspeople who've looked after me here. Made sure I was fed in that. I'd like to give them something before I go. Could I ask for 1900 as an advance? Right, here you are. Not much. Yes, your highness. We'll be friends in good time. We will be friends in good time. Let's make sure we don't forget to actually make him our surgeon. Let's check him out. Wild. I cannot believe this is happening. I cannot believe we're here right now. His medicine is pretty good. I wish I'd seen... I can't remember now if I opened Alcuria's screen earlier in today's episode. I wish I'd seen what she'd ended up at. His medicine's pretty good. 82. Fair enough, fair enough. He'll do well. Decent athletics. One-handed. Not very good with a bow, but we're going to keep him back. We're going to train his bow skill. I don't care that he's good at one-handed. We're going to keep him back and keep him safe. Cannot lose... and just lose people like that. Ooh, potential here. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, for now, let's go ahead and equip you, buddy. Go ahead and equip you. Garathion. No horse yet. Let's give you a proper desert horse. Let's give you proper half-chain barding. Regards to your armor. Oh boy. We've dumped a lot of loot that could have been... Well, I don't think most of it could have been helpful. We're at Kasira. We're at a city. We can go ahead and check out the store here. See what they have available. Armor. Let's see. The lamellar armor. Robe with mail. Robe over mail. He doesn't need the best armor in the world. He's going to be at the back, right? Like, let's be reasonable here. Let's be reasonable. Could give him southern ring mail. Or even southern lamellar armor. Lamellar? Lamellar. I've never... That word has always thrown me off. Yeah, sure, let's give him that. It's not the priciest of things, but it is probably more than he'll ever need. Go ahead and give him a proper helm as well. We really not have... We could give him the Emir's helmet. It looks good in it. Make him feel like a southerner. Maybe it'll help some. We have no, nothing. We got nothing. Padded mittens, reinforced padded mittens. Yeah, help him out with those. Not too expensive and worth it to keep his wrist and forearm safe. I don't know if you've ever been shooting like with a bow and arrow. Protect those areas. Strapped leather boots. 14 armor off of those. Yeah, let's go for that. Improvement over there. And like I was saying, we're going to keep him in the back, so we got to give him the appropriate... Man, he looked good in the scarf, though, right? He looked really good in the scarf. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's give him... I mean, he'd be fast, I suppose. Let's give him the southern robe over mail. Or the southern robe with mail. It's a bit lighter. And the armor is better. Sure, let's give him that. If they make money, it's not the end of the world. We'll just sell them some of our stuff, right? We'll basically get it for free. Now, as far as the ranged equipment is concerned, we'll go ahead and give you... Do we have a proper bow we can buy over here? I want to give him something cracked. Step bow, sure. Give you one of these. Go ahead and give you some barbed arrows. We'll give you a shield to put on your back as well. A larger one. Nothing too small or useless. Decorated round shield. Could go with that. A tall heater shield. Extremely expensive. Like ridiculously so, like pointlessly so. And give you an iron round shield. Protect your back. For myself, actually, I wonder if... Well, I don't often use this shield, do I? And this one's actually not as good as mine, even though it's worth a lot more. It's a lot lighter. And faster to use, I suppose. But, let's go ahead and sell these guys. At least one of these. Sell 2,000 or so. Sell you a couple of these. Sell you one of these. What else were we selling? I mean, we did just have a battle, so we are able to drop off some of the loot from it. Dump you, dump you, dump all of you. I can't believe it. I'm still not over what just happened. I'm still not over what just happened. Yeah, that's fine. That's a decent situation. Paying a little bit. It looks pretty good. Properly kitted out. Might even replace his sword. Well, that's good for him to have a sword for when push comes to shove, right? And if he has to fight in melee. Give him something better, though, maybe. His current weapon isn't terrible. Give you the slightly ridged Flissa. Sure. Done here. Wow. As I was saying, we can head down to Iakis. See if we can't make some money over there. Wow. Old age is coming to get us now, eh? Old age. We're 46. She was older than us. He was older than us. Baichar escaped from captivity. Oh, you know what? I should have... Oh. Alatild. We must speak. We must speak. This is a golden opportunity. I have to try and take advantage of it. I can't read this, and I would really like to. Dorian just gained a skill point. That's good. You know what I think of you. This better be important. Alatild, we could have gotten along. So then, what is it? Something I'd like to discuss. What do you think of your liege, Monchug? What are you saying? I'm the rightful ruler. Okay. I don't even like you. You expect me to discuss something like this with you? Yeah, see, that's the problem with not having any friends. You're a man of honor. I don't think that'll do well with her, but let's try it. Okay. 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 Yes, you are totally right. I am. I gave an oath to my liege. To break it, even for a good reason, would be a great stain on my honor, she says. Monchug is not known for keeping his word. This we know. This we know very well. I see. I've always stood by Monchug. Whether Monchug has stood by me or not is another question. We have been together in many wars, including many against your people, the Aserai, I should add. This is true, but you should put your interest in the good of the realm first. There's too much at stake for that. Oh. Aserai be praised. I see. Very well. You've convinced me that this is something I can consider. This is a dangerous step, however. Indeed, of course. She's not very wealthy or anything, so maybe a little bit of money will go a long enough way. Not too bad. Not too bad. We sell, what, 5 of our javelins? We'll make this money back. Offer the release of this prisoner. How much is that worth to you? Nothing, I imagine. Yeah, nothing. We could offer her the Merchant's Bane as a gesture of goodwill. But no, I think I'll just give her the money. 365. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Gotta sell roughly 6 Merchant's Banes to make that money back. Now here's the thing. Will she abandon us at a moment's notice? Right. Will she abandon us at the moment's notice? Auto offer. We can save 2k there. Sure. We'll find out. Do it. Aserai joined Ashkas. Very well. This is a great step to take, but it must be done. Wonderful. Calatilde is with us. Relations are okay. They're okay. But look at that. Look at that. The strength of the Ashkas falters on this day, but then grows. We lost Alcaria. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. Wow. All right. I mean, geez. Really fortifying the homelands this session quite a bit. Sorry, I meant to go to the kingdom screen so that I could speak to Aserai and show them my support. Show them a lot of my support. There we go. I want it to be above, like, 40 at least, maybe even above 50. And this, again, reflects, like, conversations, inviting them to dine with me, you know, Aserai and I speaking with Calatilde and speaking with the others as well. Just politicking, right? Politicking. Using our charm. I think we're pretty good. We're up to 50 now. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, done here. Hopefully that's enough. Honestly, part of me feels like that's good enough for now. And this war with the Aserai should be brought to an end. To an aggressive end. Calatilde, with me. Don't need you going around having conversations. I think it's time. Oh, the party just disbanded here? No. It looks like they are starting to lose cohesion a bit, though. I think. Let's go ahead and check out the trade at Aeacus. See if we can't... Oh, sell a little bit over here. Sell something over here. 3,000. Oh, no. They have like 9,500. Okay. They have like nothing. They have like nothing. Probably give them some junk over here, though. Again, so much stuff that will never, ever, ever get to smelting. Let's be real with ourselves. Money sitting, waiting to be made. It's a few too many cracked, jagged, whatever it was. We can pick something else up. Ooh. Let's pick this up, because then we can, I think we can smelt it for fine steel, right? So let's pick that up. Let's go ahead and sell you one of these Merchant's Banes. I believe the Merchant's Blade right now is a little out of your affordability. Yeah, so the Merchant's Bane it shall be. One of the cheaper ones. There you go. The last 3k or so. Back to giving you junk. Back to giving you junk. All the hatchets, I think, probably. Dump these. We're getting there. Getting there, we're getting there. Sides, how many sides? There we go. It would be somewhere in here. Nice. Done and done. Well, it's a scary number to look at, maybe. Sure. But let's not forget the value derived out of that, right? Let's not forget what we gained out of that. There's actually a scroll bar over here, for example. Folks, I think that's kind of all we needed to finish off the Aserai here. I wouldn't mind getting some more Aserai nobles to join me, but I feel like we can be a bit more aggressive now, finally. After all that kind of back and forth thing, and glad we made a lot of money. We need to make a bit of that money back. But battles, loot, conquest, that will make money as well. So I think we need to go full force, perhaps. I turn to the council, as this is the end of the session. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this one, because I certainly did. ups and downs and ups again. This was quite the session in many ways, in so many ways. Hopefully we'll have the opportunity to put Alcuria to rest properly. Make sure you leave your pay your respects in the comments, as it were. She's been with us for so long and she has done so much for us. Without her, we would be dead 100 times over. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of, and how I go about doing it. As always, of course, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, I bid you farewell.